If you want to learn how to make Instagram your top booking channel for 2025, then this video is for you. Welcome, my beautiful people. Today, we're going to dive deep into Instagram and how you can utilize Instagram to turn it into probably your number one booking channel in 2025. And the reason I say 2025 is because it will take a little bit to get you guys rocking and rolling and making Instagram a great tool for your short-term rental business. Whether you're new to the game or you've been managing properties for a while, Instagram is a powerful tool to connect directly with guests to build trust and drive bookings to your website. And again, hopefully you do have a direct booking website, but if you don't, then we also have a way to use Instagram, and we'll talk about it, to your OTA. So first things first, let's talk about your profile. Your profile is your storefront. It needs to be optimized for direct bookings. So here's what I recommend you do. Number one, let's talk about your bio. Your bio needs to be professional and it needs to have a clear message. It needs to state what you offer, where your rentals are located, and make it super obvious that you can book directly. In that bio, you also should have the link to your website. I hope you have a direct booking website, but if you don't, then that link needs to be directed to your platform or to your listing, whether it's on Airbnb, Verbal, Booking, wherever your listing is located. Make sure that you have that link in your bio. The last thing related to your profile, you should have enable a direct messaging tab or a call to action for inquiries, calls, or emails. Super important. The next thing in relations to your Instagram is what you need to understand is Instagram is a visual platform. So photos and videos are going to be critical, right? Utilize photos and videos to showcase your rental in the best possible light. So here are some must-haves. Number one, professional photos. Just like your listings, you need to have professional photos when either posting on Instagram or listings themselves. Make sure they're high resolution, people. Now, I am of the belief, and this goes against certain gurus in the industry, that you should focus on quality over quantity. When it comes to your page, right, on Instagram, you should focus solely on your business, right? You shouldn't be putting stuff on there about your cats. Don't put anything on there about, whatever vacation you personally went on. Now, we're going to talk about where that's appropriate. But in the actual profile where you have your carousels, your reels, and your videos, keep it strictly professional there. The big movers are going to be reels and short form videos. So one of the things that I highly recommend that you're constantly posting are virtual tours of either your property or your whatever attraction you have. But give your potential guests a 360 look at your property. And again, you can do so through short, captivating videos or reels, but that's where you should be focusing the majority of your time. Now, carousels are also a very big, to make sure that you're using carousels. For whatever reason, Instagram is really pushing carousels today. And one of the things that I've learned through experience is that, for example, if you put anywhere between, let's say, more than 3 photos, right? Let's just say you put between 3 and 7 photos. I wouldn't put more than that, but say 3 and 7 photos. Oftentimes, someone will only look at the first or second photo, not look at the others. But what happens is Instagram is going to show that post to that potential viewer or follower, will show it again, reminding them with the other photos that they didn't click on. It's a very, very, very useful tool. It's something that a lot of people are not taking advantage of today, but I highly recommend that you do. Next, now we're going to talk about Instagram stories, because I think it's a game changer for the short-term rental operator. And here's why. In stories is where you can get personal. In stories, I would highly recommend you do a lot of the behind the scene content, right? Show how you prep your property, show how the check-in process works, show local events, show yourself. Now, if you want to put that picture of your cat, of your dog, of you eating something, or your vacation, this is where you want to do it. And more importantly, you want to show your potential guests. And when I say potential guests, I'm referring to followers, because all followers, you should target them as your next guest, right? So show them who you are. And the reason that's important is because people do business with people they know and trust. And the way you're going to build trust through social media, is through your posts. And in stories, it's where I believe it is appropriate to put personal stuff. The rest, I wouldn't do it. Now, there's a cool little feature in stories or on your Instagram called highlights. In highlights, you want to save important stories. So if you put something that, like for example, in my highlights, right? So if you go to my highlights, in fact, let's do that now so I can be accurate as to what I'm referring to. So if you go to my Instagram page, and I recommend everybody goes to my Instagram page, and it's Fernando at Premium Services. If you go to my profile, my highlights, the first tab is going to say travel. Now, in travel, I will save all stories related to travel. There's also a tab for podcasts. I'm going to save all stories related to podcasts. There's one that says exclusive. Now, the exclusive tab, when you go on there, it's going to talk about my weekend reviews. It'll go towards a lot of exclusive material that I put for my subscribers to my Instagram. If you don't know, some Instagram pages allow people to subscribe to them. So if you are a subscriber to my Instagram, you get exclusive offers on discounts for vacations, discounts for hotels, short-term rentals, cruises, flights. I put all that and I give that exclusively to my subscribers. But on the tab, you'll see some of the prior exclusive material that I put out. In addition to that, there's a tab for tips. But the point here is that the highlights, it's a cool little tab, very useful to put exclusive stuff or stories that you think are important, right? The next thing you should leverage is what I refer to as user-generated content, and is one of the most important useful tools for bookings. Here's what I mean by that. You need to leverage your guests. And how do you leverage your guests? Is by encouraging them to tag you in their Instagram post. Here's how we do it. In our welcome email, we thank our guests for booking with us. We give them important information related to the property. We give them a digital guidebook, and we ask them that as they're enjoying South Florida, if they're coming to South Florida, Colombia, Portugal, wherever they're going to, as they're enjoying their time there, and they're taking pictures and posting on Instagram, if they would tag us. People, I can't tell you how important and valuable that is for your business. It's going to give you a greater reach. It's going to increase your potential pool of guests. and it will increase your followers on your Instagram. So take full advantage of that part. And every time they tag you, here's the next important thing. Anytime they tag you, make sure you go in there and engage with that new person or engage with the guest who's tagging you. You know, one of the beauties about social media is building community, right? And social media is just that, social. So it's imperative that you engage with your followers, and if they comment, make sure you comment back. Even if they don't comment on your page, go to their page and comment and make comments on their page. Answer DMs. Be active or interactive with your followers and be consistent with that. Hugely important to build, again, build that trust and build that community that you need to increase your direct bookings. Next, very important here is taking advantage of hashtags and geotags. By doing that, that can help you reach a wider audience. So use local and niche specific hashtags like Miami vacation rental or beachfront Airbnb, whatever geotag or specific or niche specific tags that you can use. Go ahead and use them, because when you geotag your post with your rental location and nearby attractions, you have the ability and the possibility of attracting more people who are doing searches. Now, I'm going to touch on that for a second. I'm going to use a personal story related to that. 2 years ago, I traveled to Europe. We went to we went to Spain. And then within Spain, we hit Madrid, Barcelona, a couple of places within Spain. Then we went to Paris in France, and then we went to Italy. And within Italy, we hit a bunch of places in Italy. People, my son and his girlfriend used Instagram as a search engine to find some of the most phenomenal restaurants and attractions and locations that I would not have found had it not been for my son doing those searches on Instagram. Instagram has become a search engine for a lot of people. This is why it's hugely important that you use these geotags and hashtags so that people can find you when they're searching, right? Now, I'm not a big fan on this. I personally don't do a lot of this. But if you're new to Instagram and you want to grow your Instagram, then you can use ads to boost your bookings, right? But make sure that when you're paying for these ads, that you're targeting your ideal avatar. And again, for those that don't know what an avatar is, it's your ideal customer. I like to use the word avatar because it gives me a visual of who my customer is. So you can set up ads based on location, interest, behaviors. For example, you can target people searching for vacation spots, people that are targeting a specific activity that you may be offering. But the point is, if you're going to pay for an ad, make sure that it is specific to your niche, and more importantly, specific to your avatar. Now, you may be thinking, Fernando, this all sounds great, but I have a business to run. I don't have a lot of time to manage my social media while running my business. And you're 100% correct. I don't manage my business. In fact, the people that I coach, and when people hire me to consult on their short-term rental business, one of the first things I tell them is that they need to focus on growth and focus on the things that they're good at. So for example, I'm good at sales. So I focus on sales and marketing, and I hire people to handle my operations side of the business. And as well as I hire people to handle my social media, to handle my marketing, because that's not my specialty. So we have partnered with Dream media marketing team. Now, if you're like me, and you should be like me, if you want to grow a portfolio as large as mine and you want to have success in this business, then one of the first things you should do is hire experts that can focus on growing your business and growing your social media footprint. So going back to the company that I use, which is Dream Media Marketing, and 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 I'm going to be transparent here. I am part owner of Dream Media Marketing. When I first started, I hired a great company called Social Imprint. I love those guys. Those guys are phenomenal. I recommend them as well. If you don't use us, you can use them. But the point here is that you shouldn't be doing social media, especially if you're starting out in this industry and you're focusing on growing your business. Focus on the business, right? But let me tell you, uh, Dream Media Marketing specializes in social media managing and marketing strategies specifically for short-term rental operators. So you can leave the digital work to them, and again, focus on what you do best, which is providing an incredible guest experience for those that visit your property. So there you have it. By optimizing your profile, sharing stunning visuals like photos and videos, engaging with your audience, and using Instagram ads, you can make Instagram your top booking channel. And leave, again, if you need experts to do that, then get the help you need. And don't hesitate to reach out to Dream Media Marketing. Their information is in the description below, or DM me marketing, and then I'll reach out to you. So do me a big favor. Subscribe if you haven't subscribed. Hit that notification bell so you don't miss a tip to grow your short-term rental business. Follow me on Instagram. Buy me a coffee if you want to have a conversation with me. Love you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.